Hi, 8th graders. Today we'll be looking at some tips for moving from your idea outline to your sentence outline for your research paper. Remember that you do not need to worry about your intro paragraph, the hook, or the bridge. Yes, you must have the thesis, otherwise you wouldn't have anything else. It guides your whole paper. So you'll provide your thesis on paper. You do not have room here to write your thesis, so this should happen on separate notebook paper or typed out on the computer rather than trying to squeeze anything on this page. I'm just using it for notes for you. So you'll have your thesis first for reference. In your working thesis, you make reference to 4 main points, and those will become the 4 body paragraphs. Down at the bottom, again, ignore the conclusion for now. We'll wait until we've got the body paragraphs. It will make the conclusion much easier to write. So you've got your first topic here, which came directly from the working thesis, the first topic we mentioned there. Whatever that topic is as it relates to your human rights issue, you first need to write a topic sentence for the paragraph. And a topic sentence, remember, is like a mini thesis for this paragraph alone. It follows the same rules as a thesis. It provides a roadmap, it's persuasive, and it must follow the same restrictions as a thesis. No to be verbs, they are we. Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. You may not use those. No contractions, that goes for the whole paper. No first or second person pronouns, and again, that goes for the whole paper. So the one biggie that is different than the rest of the paper is the no to be verbs. That applies to your thesis and to your 4 topic sentences, the ones that start each paragraph. No to be verbs. Sometimes you just need to rearrange the ordering of your sentence in order to make that happen, or come up with a nice long verb to take its place. Once you have your topic sentence, which will make reference to points A, B, and C in it, just as your thesis made points to what you will find as the topic on it now, then you're ready to tackle this supporting point. But sometimes we're stuck. We are not sure just what direction to go here. The tip I have for you is to look at your research that follows here, because your supporting point is introducing that research. It serves as a launch for the research to follow and then fit right like a glove behind the supporting point. So say, for example, you're writing about child labor, and the first topic are health concerns. And I'm making this up because this is not my topic, but say that the child labor health concerns are injuries, lung disease, and cancer. That's what your research found. And so the way that you found that is by finding research about injury, lung disease, cancer. So look at what your research said specifically about injuries here. And does it say that children are more than 50% more likely to have an injury when they're working on a job than an adult? So maybe that's, again, I'm fabricating, making it up. But say that that's what you have here. Then to lead into that, you don't want to use those same words, 50% injury, or they're more likely to have an injury than an adult. But you want to give that point without using the same words, so that the words that you use from your sources are fresh and new and interesting. They shouldn't sound repetitive at all. So your supporting point might say something like, because children face higher odds of being hurt while working, changes must be made in hiring practices. And then bam, we've got our research that says they're 50% more likely to suffer an injury than adults. And of course, you'll follow that with your citation. Go ahead and put what that citation is here. And that will make your rough draft and final draft much easier. Then you follow it with the so what, and that is the significance. That's where you say what needs to happen, a call to action, why this is unacceptable, why this is a problem, a lack of human rights, for example, and why you feel so strongly about it without saying I or you or me. your strong points. Jumping down to the clincher, which ends this paragraph, this paragraph, this paragraph. You don't need it for the fourth because you'll be moving right into the conclusion. But for these first three body paragraphs where then you're going to follow with another topic, you want to seamlessly guide your reader from what you just wrapped up talking about here to where you're headed so that the reader has an idea of what this topic sentence holds or will deal with in the next paragraph. Otherwise, if you don't guide your reader, then you feel like we're in bumper cars and we don't know where we're headed next. We'll slam from side to side. The clincher provides that lovely, we're wrapping up this, and now we're going to lead to the next topic. You don't want to give away too much about that topic, so say again, this was health concerns of child labor, and maybe this one deals with the educational problems that come when children can't go to school and have to work at some place instead of going to school. You might say, moving from health to education, your clincher would say something like, in addition to the detriment of increased health issues, children forced to work limit their potential by not having a solid education. Then that tells the reader that this next topic is all about education. So your next step then is to decide how are these three points separated. What is this point about this? Write your topic sentence. And then again, look specifically at the research. What does it say? And go back and write your supporting point here. Then put in the research that you've got, the research information, by either paraphrasing, quoting some of it, summarizing it. In any form that you present this information, you must follow with the citation and then the period goes after that. That is what we have today. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to email me. I look forward to seeing the progress you've made. Remember, if you have been healthy, your deadline for the sentence outline is Friday, February 9th, and we'll get going on the next